This is listening to the same DX signal via 3 SDRs at different locations around Australia. The entry page is sdr.hu, so just type that in your browser. There's a window where you can search receivers. If we type in Australia, there's 5 receivers, 1 in New South Wales, 2 in South Australia, 1 in Victoria and 1 in Tasmania. So a pretty good spread around the southeast corner of Australia. Don't seem to be any in Western Australia or Queensland yet. The first receiver is in Launceston, Tasmania. The second receiver is in Melbourne, VK3YE. And the third receiver is in Freeman's Reach, New South Wales, not far out of Sydney. As you can hear, the audio is echoey due to timing differences. Okay, we've now muted the New South Wales receiver. Now we'll mute the receiver in Victoria. So we're now just listening on the receiver in Tasmania.
I know, pretty amazing, Russ. Go ahead. We seem to have a lot of wind this morning. We just don't have so much, but
Now we've muted the receiver in Tasmania, and we'll unmute the one in Melbourne.
Russ, yeah, we've had a strange summer so far, very humid. Wind hasn't been too bad, a few days, a few higher winds, but we've had some low pressure systems sitting over the country, Russ, which have caused all this instability. And
now we'll mute the one in Melbourne, and we'll have a listen, one in Sydney. Bit of echo, but the one in Sydney is not far from VK2SR. So, bit of multipath propagation, I think. Now we'll go back to all 3.
because of the dryness and the brush fires. Did you get all that accomplished, Chris? Over?
Yes, I did run. Back over.
Very good, Chris. Well, was doing the same thing.
Well, we've now got a fourth receiver in, VK3YE in South Australia.
He's got his plane flipping like a part. It really looks him up. But,
we'll just mute the others.
Anyway, that's the. As I mentioned, I got the other commander on it.
And interestingly enough, we hear what seems to be a different signal on VK5KEN's receiver. Although that's a further distance away from North America. Sounds like an Indonesian station on the same frequency, 7138. Anyway, VK5FO, we'll try that one. And we'll...
Who's a research scientist and a research dietitian with the CSI.
And we're also getting the activity on 7138.
Most time on. I guess 20 meters. Pumped all over. The lady car did well. Fuel mileage and everything.
So we'll turn that on.
In New Mexico, it was $1.86 a gallon. And here in Lakeland, it's $2.29.
So now we've got 4 receivers going at once. Now, an interesting exercise would be if you are able to change the timings of the receivers so that their audio is a bit more synchronized, and maybe take the 2 best receivers, feed one into one ear of a stereo headphone and the other into the other channel. That would be quite an interesting aid to receiving, and you'd be able to hear fading. One might fade out, but the other is plainly audible. So it would be a way of getting diversity reception. Now, here's another experiment. We'll put them all on the same frequency, again, on the AM broadcast band. We'll try 531. Okay, we've got the 4 receivers on 531 kilohertz. We'll just mute and unmute them in turn. This is the Tasmanian receiver, and I'm pretty sure that station is in East Gippsland in Victoria. So not too far away, and I can hear it here during the day as well. So that's Tasmania. And we'll go to VK3YE. Not quite as strong, but the same station. Now we'll go to Sydney, and not quite as nothing, and we'll go to Sydney, nothing there. And we've got another station in South Australia. I think it's also a local in Adelaide, also on 531. So we'll just confirm it's different stations.
Questa frase è in una scatola di pace, piena di gioia.
Yes, it's Tasmania again. Yep, definitely different. Next thing we'll do, we'll try WWV on 10 megahertz, receiving them on all 4 receivers. First up, this is the one in Launceston, Tasmania.
At the time, 10 hours, 5 minutes, coordinated universal time.
This is VK3TLW in Melbourne. Hardly there. And 10,000 kilohertz. Good signals into Sydney. And lastly, VK5FO.
I hold you.
A good signal into South Australia. So I'll just turn on or unmute all the receivers. Now there's a lot of noise there because we could hardly hear the WWV in Melbourne, so we'll just mute that. So we've now got reception of WWV on 10 megahertz from Tasmania, Sydney and Adelaide. Next we'll try WWV on 15 megahertz. An even stronger signal in Tasmania. So I'll just mute that.
At the top.
Now we'll try in Melbourne. Not much in Melbourne, so we won't bother with that one. High local noise level. This is in Sydney. We've got some reception there. And then we'll try South Australia. Good signals there. This is WWV on 15 megahertz.
Coordinated universal time.
Now we'll switch in some more receivers. Even the background noise sounds a bit different with multiple receivers. There is a beacon in Sydney run by Amateur Radio New South Wales on 3699 at the top end of 80 metres. This is its reception in Launceston, Tasmania. We'll try Melbourne. 3700. Lowest sideband. It's there in Melbourne, but that receiver has a very high local noise level, a bit like around here, so not much of a signal. So we'll mute that. And this one is New South Wales. not far from the beacon site, so it should be quite a good signal. Yep. And then VK5. It's a bit further west, and this is about 9 PM local time, so it should be dark there almost. There should at least be propagation. And it's there, but it's weak. So we'll mute that. So we'll compare the reception at Freeman's Reach in New South Wales, which is very close to the transmitter, with Tasmania. Tasmania would be maybe 1,000 kilometres or so away. And there's a bit of ringing or hollowness there. So this has been our look at multiple SDRs. It would be interesting if you can compensate for the time difference, but you can clearly hear the different receiving conditions at different locations.